You know, one of the things that boaters are required to have on board their boat by state law and also by federal law is a life jacket. And one of the ones that's most easily worn, good freedom of movement, and really good in-water performance is something like this inflatable that Valentina's wearing. High buoyancy, and yet when it's deflated, it's very compact and you can move your arms around, you can cast, haul anchor, do whatever you have to do. Really a nice addition and not that much more expensive than the heavier and warmer foam type life jackets. And while we're talking about safety gear, you might want to consider good communications for your vessel. This is one of the latest in handhelds. This is from ICOM. Not only does it float, but it's also waterproof. This gives you 6 watts of transmit power, good for 5 to 10 miles of transmission. Hey, a lot of people say, why don't I just use my cell phone instead of using a handheld VHF? Cell phones are great, but you know, when you want to call the Coast Guard, you want to call them on channel 16 on one of these bad boys. Something that isn't a requirement, but it's a great idea, is either a personal locator beacon or an emergency position indicating radio beacon. These are specialty transmitters that transmit an emergency signal on a high frequency. It's picked up by satellites, and the satellites can compute your position, accurate to a couple of 100 yards. That information is relayed to the Coast Guard, and the Coast Guard comes out and gets you. These are an excellent idea. They're waterproof, and they have a very, very long battery life. So even if you keep this someplace and you don't think about the batteries, you get 5 years before you have to replace them. Finally, and this is sort of more in the love to have it on board your boat, this is a new Raymarine A-Series chart plotter and GPS with a fish finder built in. This has a 5-inch diagonal screen, really high resolution display so you get super good detail. It has a 500-watt fish finder, and it has built into it all of the charts of the coastal waters of the United States. So you don't have to buy any chart chips, you don't have to buy anything else. You just buy the A50D, comes with a transducer and a built-in GPS right inside of it. So you don't actually have to have that mushroom on the top of your T-top. Beautiful screens, easy operation, and again, nothing else to buy. Comes with everything you need. You may not be buying a new boat this year, but it's a great year to spruce up the boat you do have. And we've got all this stuff available for you at West Marine, whether it's electronics, safety gear, communication gear, whatever. You can find it at West Marine.